Previously on this season of Big Clubber, Dagan had all the power.
You now win the power of veto.
No. And after a big move, week 1.
The secret one is Hunter Marlowe.
Secret! You have been evicted from the Big Club of their house.
The house split into 2.
It's currently sitting 5 in this room and 5 in that other room.
At the end of Drew's head of house,
Geo.
Ian set the whole house into chaos.
For Geo.
Ooh, wow.
Destroying his own game to flip on his ally.
It probably ruined my game.
Next week, the wild card took power. Giving the Catan crew an opportunity to make a move.
The game that Drew's having you play right now, it is a very selfish game he's playing for himself.
Elementary Sally. Sorry. Oh yeah. So for the reason.
You're gonna get out in the next 2 rounds.
Sending Dagan's rival out the house.
Big Clubber house.
At the double eviction,
David Leonzi, your new head of household.
a new alliance was formed.
We're gonna be called the Golden Click.
And they cut the head off the snake. When Hunter gained power,
Hunter wins. Head of household.
the new alliance was running the house.
Tessa Wicker, Logan Collins.
Picking off everyone one by one. Until just the 3 of them were left standing. Tonight, the winner of Big Clubber will be crowned.
The winner of Big Clubber is.
Did you see his reaction to you saying that we had a final 3?
Yeah.
He didn't know that.
He did not know that.
And then he went.
Yeah, he went.
He's like, he realized I had never had a chance. And that was when.
Come back and throw it until I make it. You're gonna throw the frisbee at the designated cup or stack of cups. Once you knock all 3 down, you can move on to the next leg. Once that is done, you'll come find your way over here to the table. Once you are able to flip your cup, there's 3 math problems for you to complete. First one to complete, all of that will win the final HOH. Makes sense? The final HOH competition begins now. Oh, makes his. He can move on to the disc. David gets his in the hole. Ohm keeps missing his tower. Hunter can move on. Ohm has 1 cup left. He knocks it over. He can move on to the flip cup. They're both on the mat. David's struggling with the frisbee.
Done.
Done?
That's a 5.
That's incorrect.
2, 1, 3.
What is it?
72.
Ohm wins the final HOH competition. Congratulations, Ohm.
Congrats.
You have gotten your ticket to the finale night.
Crazy.
Congrats.
I don't have a voice, but that was lit. I can't believe I finally won my first HOH, being the very last HOH.
Well, HOH, I choked bad. Didn't even get past the second task. But yeah, Ohm winning, you know what, I'm okay with it. Hopefully he's thinking about choosing me. I feel like I played the best game I could have. Good job. I got stuck on the frisbee.
Dude, I thought that's what was gonna get me too. I was like, the whole time that the frisbee's the part I'm gonna be good at.
It would suck to go home right before the final, but
And you guys have both played such amazing games.
Yeah.
Think about this. Throughout this, all in all, we've been pulling the strings to the back.
Mhm.
Like literally, like think about the Dagan play.
Yeah.
The switch on Logan
Yeah.
right now. I mean, like
I feel like I was able to stay.
You were so connected, and the logical thinking you brought was so good. So I feel like both of you guys have probably good, strong connections with the jury.
I feel like I've crossed a lot of different people. I've been kind of on both sides of the big clubber house, if you will, and so that might mean I don't have a lot of friends on the jury, a lot of people who feel like I committed myself to them at some point and then crossed them another time, and maybe that won't win me a lot of votes on the jury, and maybe Ohm will pick me because of that, but I know that's all in his hands now.
I just hope both of you guys know that like you win it. This isn't like I have to make this decision.
Yeah.
I don't even want to, and like I hope you guys don't go to the jury and be like, oh, they did this to me.
This is tough now. I mean, I've had this solid partnership with Marlo, and just taking him with me, I think is a good decision. But I think he would totally understand the sacrifice of me having to select him to go out. At the same time is, I don't know how strong David's game is. If I take Marlo out and have David in the final with me, he might have been able to convince him that his game is strong enough for the jury might have to pick me. I really don't know what I'm gonna do. It is really perplexing, and I like both these guys, and they played such amazing games through and through.
Dude, you made it to final two.
Final two.
Hell yeah.
Feel good.
Yeah. And we both played a really good game.
I think we have. And at this point now, I feel confident. It's like, man, like 2 veto wins is really nothing, but I've had some crucial veto wins. So here's the thing. This was like,
Final two.
Final two,
Maybe,
maybe, right? So I take it.
So it's gonna come down for you to whether you want to honor it, or if you think,
Or do it if
If
it's
you
better
think-
for my game to take you out and take David.
and if you'd rather like,
But if I,
lose me as a jury vote would.
but that's the
obviously.
thing. But I lose you. Do I lose you as a jury vote?
Mhm.
I do.
Yeah, if you evict me, you totally lose me as a jury vote.
Really?
Yeah, because we had a final two, so I
Do you-
expect you to honor it.
Right. But you would.
I would totally honor it for you, 100%.
I think I knew you would.
Well, I made it now to the final 3, and I had a final 2 with Ohm, so now Ohm is going to have to decide whether he wants to honor our final 2, or if he thinks David is less of a threat, and if he would rather do that. I could totally see Ohm going either way, because I know Ohm is so competitive, and he would love to like do some savage moves at some points. And I kind of thought throughout a lot of the game that at some point Ohm is going to betray me, and maybe I need to like betray him first. But ultimately, I still haven't betrayed him. He hasn't betrayed me. So if he does end up evicting me instead and breaking our final 2, I'm going to be very sad.
I'll be honest with you. I think even without your vote, I think I could beat David out of the jury. I really think I can.
I think it'll come down to speeches, because I
I don't know
think.
speeches, but I think I can outspeak him, and I think I can prove that I play a better game. I don't know. It's there. I want to honor it, like I do. It's just like depends how much you sway jury, though. That's how much I can't speak. Do I lose your vote, or do I lose your respect? That's the difference.
Yeah, I think you would.
I would, right? Like, at this
Yeah.
point, you would sway and be like, okay, no, but he backstabbed me.
Through a lot of this game, I felt like really in control for a lot of it. Just like whoever had power, I always felt like it was very rare that they were actually gunning for me, or someone didn't win power who wasn't going to protect me. I feel like I played such a strong game, and the only thing is that I know Ohm has also played a really strong game. And David even, who's won so many comps, backdoor Dagan, we've all played such good games. I think it'll hopefully just come down to Ohm honoring the final 2. Alright, house guests. It is finally time for the last eviction of the Big Clubber game. Ohm, as head of household, you have won your way to the finale night, where you'll be sitting next to one of these other 2 house guests and plead your case to the jury in hopes of winning the Big Clubber game. But first, we must narrow down our house to 2 house guests. Hunter and David, you guys will now have a chance to tell Ohm why you should stay in the house and sit next to him on finale night. Hunter, you can go first.
Please don't evict me. Please stay.
with me, please. Don't evict me, please. Keep me. Alright, David, you're up next.
I'm not singing because I feel like I have more to sell. I will just say I feel like Hunter's played a cleaner game than me. I think he's played one that he didn't stab anyone in the back hardly at all throughout the whole game. I feel like he was on a strong side and stuck to what he was going to say most of the time. I feel like I played a more chaotic game. That might mean that the jury has more hard feelings towards me. I don't know, it's something to think about. In the end, I respect your decision. I've enjoyed playing with all of you. So it's all up to you. I leave it to you, and I respect your decision.
Alright. Thank you, Hunter and David. It is now time for you to cast your sole vote to evict. Please stand before your house guests and give them a reason and let them know who is evicted from the Big Clubber game.
I want to say that you guys have both played really awesome games. You guys both played, equally clean almost, maybe an equally dirty game, whatever it is, good or bad. And I think you're right. But that also goes to show that Marlo's played a very clean game. Playing a game where you're not just saying what you want to happen, you're making what you want happen. And I respect that game. So I'm gonna have to vote to evict David Leonzi.
Alright, it's official. David, you have been evicted from the Big Clubber house.
I love you so much.
It's okay.
I love you, David.
I love you so much, David.
It's okay. Congratulations.
You played a really great game.
Now I'm gonna go screw up the jury.
No, please don't do
You
that.
can hate both of us.
No, don't hate both of them, please.
Okay.
David!
Bye, David. Bye, guys.
Terrible singing. Alright, David, you have just been evicted from the Big Clubber house. How do you feel?
Can't say I am surprised. I feel like Hunter and Ohm have been talking to each other the whole game, and obviously I've been a little flip-floppy. I'm happy with the game I played. If I could change anything, I'd probably think about taking Logan with me to the final two and using my veto power to save myself and then choose Logan, because I feel like maybe I could have worked something out with him. But you know what? You can't go back on your decisions. And yeah, I'm happy I did this. Even if I don't get to win, it's fine. I'm happy to be on the jury and kind of be involved with all the decision making. So looking forward to it.
Is there anything that you would change in this game?
Actually, winning HOH that second time, I realized halfway through the game that I didn't know if it was the best play for me to win that HOH, because it would mean getting blood on my hands. I didn't feel like I was on anyone's bad side up to that point. So actually I was trying to throw the game in the second half, but people don't know their flags. So I ended up kind of taking my game down that path, which, I don't know, it's not normally how I am. So I guess I was like a little thrown outside of my comfort zone. Maybe that's why I made a bad decision, I think, towards the end in not taking Logan. So, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm happy with the game I played overall, and you know what? Looking forward to being on the jury.
Yeah, we're looking forward to having you.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, David.
All right. Thank you.
Dude, oh my gosh.
Feels good.
It is so good. This is insane.
You deserve to be here,
And you deserve to be here too.
thank you.
Yeah, you really do. I that's why I said that, the whole spiel.
Yeah.
He was undermining his game to keep him in the game.
Yeah.
That's what I was feeling. That's where I did him wrong. That's why you have to vote on him.
You think
'Cause
so?
I didn't get to
You think
tell
he's
him.
mad at you?
No, but I didn't get to tell him.
You didn't end up telling
I
him?
didn't get to. I totally
Oh.
forgot. I played.
Yeah. That was why I told you to.
I know.
tell
He
him.
even warned me to, and I was like, "I'll look out for your jury," and I was like, "Oh, I should."
House guests, Congratulations on making it all the way to the finale of Big Clubber. Woo! In a moment, your fellow house guests that you both had a hand in evicting will be deciding which of you deserves to be the winner of the Big Clubber game. Let's see them again now. First, we have a member of our pre-jury, Sukrit.
Yeah!
Sukrit! And now let's bring in our jury, who will be voting for the winner tonight. Gio.
Woo! Yo!
Yo!
Yeah, G.
Ian.
Yeah, hola, Nick. Hola, Nick.
Ian. Dagan.
Yeah, Dagan.
Kessid.
Kessid, okay. Woo!
Sanjeev.
Woo! Sanjeev! Woo!
Logan.
Yeah, Logan! Woo! With the shades! Woo!
And David, who was just voted out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Drew cannot make it to our finale tonight.
What?
Each juror will have the opportunity to ask the two finalists a question, which will help shape their decision on who they think should win the game of Big Clubber. Gio, you're up first.
Alright. I'm kind of decided already.
Alright.
Ian, your chance to ask a question.
House guests. Wanted to ask, what did you come into this house as a goal? What was your goal coming in?
So, originally when they were deciding, when making the game, they were deciding if I was going to crew or if I was going to play or not. So there was some discrepancy if I was going to play originally. Ted sat me down and said, hey, you have to tell us you're in or out now. I said, I'm in to play the game, I'm in to win it. And so at that moment, my two things is going in to win the game and honestly just having fun with y'all. That's really it.
And Hunter, what was your mindset?
My mindset from the start, from whenever I was told about it, was to win. I prepped days before thinking about not just how I was going to play the game, but what I was going to wear. And the first day, I wore blue and a blue shirt and blue jeans because I wanted everyone to trust me just based off of like every minute detail. And then when I was HOH, I wore red because I wanted everyone to fear me. Which I am now wearing to bolster my confidence again. I played such a strong game. I've won 4 competitions, and I won competitions when I needed to. I could have won more. I threw a couple competitions, but I didn't want to make my threat level too high, and so that's why I think that strategic way I've been playing the game deserves to be rewarded.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ian. Dagan, you're up.
I've got the same question for both of you. Knowing us coming in is a big part of Big Clubber. That's not like as physical a part of Big Brother. Going in, did you think you had a really good shot of winning? And if you didn't, what was the turning point where you really stepped it up and thought, hold on, I can make my plays and I can be the biggest Clubber?
Okay, that's such a good question. Honestly, and this is honest. I didn't have all this planned out. Like, I didn't have a strategy straight up coming in. I've seen the show enough where I know the strategies of the show and what has been done. You know, I want to win, but I didn't have a lot of confidence walking in because I thought just out of me being a senior in the group, like, you know, I just thought these are reasons that like people might put it together in the beginning as like the very first vote and then get me out. But then the turning point was for me was when alliances started forming. When I seized the opportunity to start working with Marlo, with David, and with Drew, is when I really thought, okay, well, this game is shifting, and like I can now put my own style into it. You know, the strategies are coming along. I know with all of you where I was working with you or working on your side. There's been a moment of conflict where even where I was working for somebody else, I was there in that moment for you and trying to, you know, swindle a win for both of us. You know, anytime I was working with a person one-on-one, I wanted to try to swindle a win for 2 people who I was working with. That was my turning point where I was like, okay, I really have the ability and chance to win this game.
To your credit, Dagan, I thought that I would either get out really early or I would go pretty far. And I didn't know if that would be Final 4 or Final 3, or I thought first week, I thought, wow, they scoped me out. Because a lot of times when I play strategy games, people immediately are like, I don't trust this guy whenever they're playing with me. And I think it was a very smart move to nominate me the first week, because I think you were right when you said, I know what Hunter could be in this game. And now Hunter is.
Thank you, Dagan.
Thanks.
Alright, Kessid, you're up.
I thought I personally was a pretty strong player, and I want to know your thoughts on the week that you voted me out. So why did you come to the conclusion of voting me? Because I knew you were kind of, like, we were having a conversation with Logan, and you were like, oh, I'm gonna vote like for Sanji or whatever. So I just want to know your thoughts.
Yeah, you didn't realize it at the time, but I had been in some way kind of promised safety by everyone in the house except for you. And that was why in the HOH competition, I didn't want to win at first, but you were the one who was doing the best, and so I wanted to stay in just a bit longer than you. And that was why I took you out. Was just because it was the better move for my game.
Okay, cool, thank you.
Thank you, Kessid. Sanji, you're up.
Why did, actually you specifically, why did you, I'm guessing that you voted, well actually no, it was 2-1. So why did you vote for me to leave instead of David? And then a follow-up on that is also, why should I vote for either of you?
I trust you for the most part, but there were some wildcard plays and decisions that you made pretty early on that you know of, that we talked about. So when it came down to it, when I was making these plays, when I was voting for you, I knew that David would have been more trustworthy and more loyal down the line for us. You know, you look back through it, I'm gonna be honest, I had to be gunning for you at some points. Because after that line that you knew that you kind of broke, I had to say that you had to be out. And I'm sorry. The reason why you should vote for me is that throughout the game, I'd pull you up there into Donna's and tell you all the game situation and what's going on within our game and how we would communicate through the game and how the mistakes were going on between us. I was always looping you in and always trying to get you onto my side. Towards the very end is when I had to decide that you couldn't stay in. From all throughout the entire game up until you had to leave, we had a conversation almost every single HOH about how we could shift the vote and change it where you're still in. And I vetoed you out and saved you twice within 2 votes. I wanted you to stay in the game as long as you possibly could until the very end through a decision that I could, go against.
Alright, thank you, Sanji. Alright, Logan, would you like to ask a question?
I would. Hey guys.
Hey.
It's good to see ya. I didn't really get a moment to think when I was cast out from the house. There was a moment I was sitting on this couch and then I was leaving and I realized, these three are together and I wasn't involved. So my entire game I've tried to run it playing really honestly and something that I could be proud of. And I wanted to ask you both, has this game been something you guys can be proud of?
So first thing I want to say about your game and how you played it, it was straightforward. You got to know everybody. I got to know you better playing this game, which was probably my favorite part out of everything. Give me the best part leaving.
I appreciate that.
So Mahabharata is the book about the war. One chapter in Mahabharata is the Gita, which is the Hindu Bible. All right. There's one word that's in Mahabharata so many times, and the word is chal, and it just means one thing. It means deceit. So in the end, I'm not entirely proud of all the deception that I had to pull in the game, but only because it was among friends. You know, like it doesn't feel good lying or casting anyone out. Like it sucked casting you out. And I didn't even believe that was gonna happen until the moment it came. I'm gonna be so honest with you. David and I talked for a minute. We didn't even go to a room, man. We talked for a minute, and I was like, and he was like, that would be crazy if we could, flip this vote and then get Logan. So I had to go along with this conversation because he's just giving me veto. Outside of your honest game, which you did have the most honest game. I'm proud of it.
Concert?
Yeah, I'm really proud of the game that I played. And like the week that you went home, I actually, even though I won HOH, that secured me safety, but I pretty much had no hand in you going home because it was up to David and Whoever won the veto was the person who got to decide who went home.
Yeah.
And I was in a pretty good spot that week myself. I never had to lie to you because even though I worked with you and I didn't mention to you that I had made a final 3, I never had to tell you that I did it.
Yeah.
And I never had to tell you that I was going to keep you when I wasn't. I think I played a very strong game that week, and I'm really proud of that.
Gotcha.
Right.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, Logan. All right. David, would you like to ask a question?
Okay, so obviously for the past several weeks I've been working with you. Maybe not the best decision in my game, because obviously I'm here and not there. I was in on a lot of your plans for the last few weeks. And then I was even made aware that I was not the pick for the final two. So what's one element of your game that where you made a critical decision or a linchpin decision in doing something to further your game that didn't involve Hunter, or for you didn't involve Ohm? Because I know you worked pretty closely together for most of the game, so I want to kind of see where you guys stand out individually.
I think for me, it was being flexible in conversation outside of my alliance, where I was able to talk to everyone individually, even if it wasn't within my alliances, and maybe even come up with plans. Where I wasn't so held back, where I was like, I had to do everything that Drew, Marlo, what everyone was saying. Working alongside you, working alongside other people outside my alliance was probably the best thing for my game, and that where I was able to clutch up.
All right.
The first thing that just sets me apart, that's easy to say, is I had more competition wins than Ohm did. And then the other thing that I would say is I'm really proud of a move I made. It was the duos week when Drew got evicted. I had made a final two with Ohm, and I didn't know it, but Ohm had made one before me with Drew, and I don't know which one he would have honored in the end, but I guess we'll never know. Now that he's dead. But that week I realized both Drew and Ohm were up for eviction. One of them was going to go home, and so I had to figure out what to do. And there was a moment where I went into Donna's room and I was talking with Drew about what I should do, not just like in that eviction, but the next week while he was still on the block. And I came up with the idea to make a final two with Ohm before the eviction. Then I thought that set me up really well, and I also decided with Drew in that moment to try to get David in an alliance, which ended up working out really well. And that was something that I had set out to do, talking with Drew, actually.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, David. Thank you, all jurors. Now, Hunter and Ohm, you each will have a last chance to let the jury know why you think you should win the game. Hunter, you can go first.
We're actually going to do a little bit together first.
He just exited the boundaries, by the way.
Yeah, he actually just lost. I forgot about that.
Okay. All right, now for real this time. Hunter, please share with us why you should win the game of Big Clubber.
Please, no. I should win the game of Big Clubber because I played the strongest game the whole way through. I don't think there's really much else I could have done to have been safer throughout the whole game. And even though I had a hand in most of you going out, I also had a hand in most of you going out, and I think that says something about how strong I played. I don't really have much to say. I think you guys probably already have your minds made up. So just vote for me.
Thank you, Hunter.
Hey guys, last little shout there. The reason why you guys should vote for me is I didn't have all this. Like Marlo had all this plan. You had to play the best game of Big Clubber ever. You know, I didn't have all that. I sat on this couch every time, just wanted to hang out with you guys. Every opportunity to play Smash and play games with you guys and all that type of stuff. There wasn't so much strategy and so much thought into my game, and I'm just gonna be honest about that. David Leonzi's last question to Hunter Marlowe was, what was like the best play you made outside of me? His answer was sitting with Drew and telling me that I should work with Ohm. That's all I want to say. And I think you guys should go however your heart desires.
All right. Thank you, Ohm. It is now time for the vote. One by one, each juror will go to the other room and cast their vote for the winner. Gio, you can start. All right, house guests, the votes are in, and we have a winner. We have 7 votes. It takes 4 to win. First up was Gio. Gio has voted for Hunter. Next up is Ian. Ian has cast his vote for Hunter. Hunter is up 2-0. Up next is Dagan. Dagan has cast his vote for Ohm. That is 2 votes Hunter, 1 vote Ohm. Next up is Kessid's vote. Kessid has voted for Ohm Shah. The vote is now 2-2. We are tied. Moving on to Sanjeev. Sanjeev has voted for Ohm. The count is now 3-2. Ohm is up. Up next is Logan. Logan has cast his vote for Hunter.
Last one.
The count is 3-3. It comes down to the final vote that was cast by David, who got 3rd place in this game. The winner of Big Clubber is Hunter! Congratulations, Hunter!
Good game, Hunter.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Thank you guys.
Woo!
Thanks to 4 of you actually. The other 3 of you, I won't say thank you.
That was awesome.
The prize for the winner of Big Clubber are $11
billion.